Good morning, everyone. My name is Kristen Vance. Many of y'all may know me as Fancy Vance over on the gram. I am so excited to kickstart this challenge group off with an incredible training that I'm going to bring to you guys today. And I'm going to talk to you guys about my 2024 predictions. Now, these aren't just predictions that I just pull out of thin air. These are predictions based off of expert collaborations, other experts in the field, research, data, insights, trial and error, all the things. So I am going to be bringing you my top 10 2024 predictions, what they mean for you, how to get ahead of the game. So when you are on this live, I would love for you to say hello, say where you're from. As we're building, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. As I said, my name is Kristen Vance. I have been in network marketing for 7 years and have had an incredible experience, an incredible journey. Was not an overnight success. Took me a while to kind of get in the groove. Maybe you're there. Maybe you feel this. By the way, when you're hopping on, say hello. I'm going to pull this up over on my laptop really quick as well, because I'd love to be able to see comments just in case I cannot see them on my phone. I want to be able to get to y'all's questions. There we go. South Carolina, Illinois, Kansas. So I am from the great state of Tejas, Texas. I am a mom of 3. I have an 8-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So life is beautiful and chaotic and all the things. We're in the potty training stages. We're in all of that. I am, like I said, a network marketer for 7 years. I also have my own business called Advanced Academy, where I do course creation and things like that to overall help the better experience of the network marketer and entrepreneur. So I am excited to be here with you guys today. I have taught over 4,000 Advanced Course Academy students. You guys can also go follow me over on Instagram, Fancy Vance, where I give daily Reels tips, daily social media tips. I want to briefly, before we dive into this training, just tell you a little bit about my background, just for credibility's sake. If for those who are like, I don't know who this chick is, I want to be able to tell you guys a little bit about my experience. So started network marketing 7 years ago and was that person, skeptical, all the things, said I would never do it, didn't want anything to do with sales, didn't like pressuring people, all of that stuff. Took me a while, trial and error, to figure out my groove and find my method, which was social media for me. But I dabbled in everything, the whole at-home parties, the vendor events, all the stuff, but found my home and my comfort zone here on social media, and was about a year into my experience when things really took off. I have, for the last 5 years, been the top recruiter in the companies that I've been a part of worldwide as well. I have also been either number 1 or number 2 seller. And so I don't say that to toot my own horn, but to share that there is credibility behind the things that I'm sharing with you guys today, not only with social media and growing a following. I've been able to grow a following combined on my platforms of over 200,000 followers. So not only do I have that experience, but when it comes to recruiting and sales strategies and all the things, I want to take what I have learned and pass it on to you guys. So I'm excited to be here with y'all. Again, let me know where you're watching from. And then I also want you to put in the comments, how long have you been in the social selling arena? How long have you been doing network marketing? I think it's safe to say that if you have been in this arena for at least 3 years, let's just even say 2020 and beyond, you have experienced a lot of changes, right? Just with social media, network marketing, trends, platforms, everything. I would say if you've been in this for at least 3 years, you have experienced more changes than most people have that have even been in this game for 20 years. There's been a lot of change happening, and we can either look at that as an obstacle or we can look at that as opportunity. And I was one for the longest time who looked at those things as obstacles. I did not like learning new technology. Is anybody like that? New platform comes out, new technology. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go again. There's that learning curve that we all dread when Reels launched. I was like, I don't know if this thing is going to stick. Obviously it did. And so I have been on this journey over the last 7 years of being that person who was once, I don't want to jump on the newest things, I don't want to learn new technology, to being that person that is eager to do those things and is now teaching those things, because it is so important in this business as an entrepreneur. You actually should be pivoting about every 3 to 5 years. Now, I'm not talking companies. I am talking in your methods, in your strategies. You should be making a pivot. Most business owners, entrepreneurs have to pivot about every 3 years. You want to know which platform is really good with pivoting? Really good with pivoting? Instagram. You know why? Think about this. When TikTok became popular, what did they introduce? Reels. When Threads was on the, not Threads, I just gave away the answer. When Twitter was on the decline, now X, what did they introduce? Threads, right? When Snapchat became popular, what did they introduce? Stories. Their ability to pivot is what keeps them growing. And I'm going to ask you this. When is the last time you have made a pivot in your business? When's the last time you've made a pivot? Are you still doing the same things today that you did 2 and 3 years ago, and then just throwing your hands up going, oh, I'm so frustrated, nothing's working, but you're still stuck in whole old patterns and habits and strategies that are no longer serving your business? I love this story. Most of y'all have probably heard me tell the story, but I'm going to tell it again, and then we're going to jump into my top 10 24 predictions. But I love this story because this illustrates everything that I'm saying when it comes to being innovative and pivoting. And the company Lego, okay, for 66 years, they never had a downhill year. They went up and up and up and up and up and up. Now, in the 90s, what was introduced? There was a whole digital revolution, right? Technology, video games. And that began to trump creativity, building with your hands. So when that happened, they experienced their first decline by millions. And the president of the company was frustrated with the whole digital revolution movement because it was killing their business. Now, at the same time that they were on the decline, the creator of Star Wars, George Lucas, was developing the Star Wars series, and he had this idea to do a Star Wars Lego video game. Now, when this was introduced to Lego, the president said absolutely not. He wanted nothing to do with the digital revolution, but his grandson saw opportunity here. He didn't see this as an obstacle. He saw this as an opportunity to get ahead, to be in the latest trends, to get ahead of the game when it comes to this movement. So luckily, through his grandson, he ended up saying yes to the opportunity. And you guys know this. Most of y'all have probably seen Lego everywhere. All the Lego movies. Billions of dollars. They have boomed. They have exploded. Just one of those, I think it was one of those Lego movies, grossed like $20 billion worldwide. $20 million worldwide. So they did not see this as an opportunity or as an obstacle. They saw this as an opportunity. Oh, I'm still waking up. Gotta have my caffeine. Gotta get my words together. They saw this as an opportunity. So as I'm going through these 2024 latest trends, there's going to be some of y'all who have that tendency to go, ugh, this is too much. I don't want to learn all the new things. But I want to encourage you to come into this open-minded, willing to learn, even out of all of these, maybe taking 1 or 2 strategies or methods and trying to implement them. Not all of them, but tuck all these away in your back pocket because you're going to be seeing a lot of this in 2024. Who's ready? Let me see who's ready. I've got the comments pulled up over here. I want to make sure if y'all have any questions at all, by the way, feel free to ask. This is very interactive. Happy to help answer questions. So, we don't want to get stuck. You're going to get stuck if you do not begin to evolve with the changes in social media, with the changes in the industry. So let's talk about numero uno. Social media is going to become, if not the greatest SEO, it's going to become one of the main ways. It already is the main way. And in 2024, I predict it's going to become the main SEO search engine. Now you're like, what in the world? Google is the main SEO. And if you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization. It's the way people search for information. So for example, if I want an at-home workout, in the past, you go to Google, right? And you go at-home workouts and videos and websites, and all the things would pop up. Have y'all been to Google lately? You begin to search, and what do you see a lot of? I know for me, when I start to search things, even if you were to search 2024 predictions, do you know what pops up more than anything right now? TikTok videos, Instagram reels, short form videos on social media platforms. Most people are using social media platforms to search for information these days. A lot of people, phone users, more so than Google. I know that's hard for our brains to wrap around, but social media is becoming the main SEO system. So here's the whole contradiction of, are hashtags dead? Are they alive? Do they still work? Hashtags still work. Now, do I put a lot of emphasis on them? No, because keywords, SEO is going to be your main way. And the reason why is because most people are no longer going into Instagram and platforms and searching hashtag coffee or hashtag predictions, right? Most people are going in the search bar and they're putting 2024 social media predictions or how to make the best iced coffee, right? They're putting phrases in the search bar and they're not utilizing the hashtag with the one word or the couple words attached. Most people are doing phrases. So this is why you don't see as much of the hashtag push. You see more of the keywords. So what does this mean for you? How do you pivot? Okay, don't be that person that goes, oh, I thought hashtags were working and we were supposed to have 50 of them and I got all my hashtags. Listen, hashtags do still work. There are people out there still searching based off hashtag, but we have to study the consumer. And the consumer is now putting phrases in the search bar instead of hashtags. That's how they're searching for stuff. So we are going to get innovative and we're going to learn from this. So some of the ways you can use keywords to better your SEO is in your bio. So your first line in your bio, those first few lines, they should have some of those keywords that are related to your niche and your industry. Remember, your brand is not your company, but if you are in the beauty industry, you should have some keywords in there, whether it's you're a makeup artist or makeup guru or makeup expert or things like that. You want to make sure you have those keywords in your bio. That's my first place of suggestion. Second place is in your captions. So when you're writing captions on your reels, your posts, your carousels, all those things, you want to think about those key phrases. Now, if you're like, I don't even know how to come up with that, hang tight, because one of our predictions is going to cover how to help you with this one. So just tuck that away. If you're like, how do I figure out best phrases for myself? How do I figure out even hashtags? Because again, we're still going to use them. We're just not going to heavily rely on them. But in your caption is where you want to put a lot of your keywords. And I'm going to tell you how to search for your keywords. So that is my prediction. My first one for 2024 is social media is going to be used more and more and more as your main SEO, your search engine optimization, even more than Google. I'm guilty of doing it too. If I need a recipe, at-home workout, I'm going to my social media platforms and I'm searching because I want to consume the video content, the short form. I want to find somebody to follow and connect with. So that's number one. Yes, Jolyn, we're going to talk about that here in just a second. So tuck that away and I'm going to tell you guys how to search for that. Number two, quality is now going to trump quantity. That is my prediction for 2024 and we're already seeing that. So if you've been following me for a while, you're going to go, well, Kristen, I saw a reel of yours last year that taught about quantity. Again, it evolves. And 2023 was a lot about quantity, about just putting content out there. So many people were just overthinking content and they were putting nothing out there. And quantity is what gave us practice. Quantity is what helped us achieve our quality. And I'm still a believer in that. I'm still a believer in not overthinking and having the quantity to help you learn how to get the quality. But there comes a point in your journey, and if you've been here, I would say for any length of time trying to grow on social media, if you've been doing this a couple years, it is now time to focus on quality. And here's what I mean when I say quality. I'm not just talking the main way we think and the value we give. That's key, right? You have to be giving valuable information. You guys, the days of just like pointing and here's your 7 tips isn't going to cut it. You want to know what else people are getting tired of? The 7-second clips with huge paragraphs that they have to read, or the ones that say more information in the caption. Does that stuff work? Yes. Is it overused? Yes. You want to be careful of those things. You want value, quality, substance, and content. But here's what I'm referring to more with quality. Camera, lighting, editing. Okay. Now, here's where a lot of you are going to check out and you go, I don't have the money. I can't afford some Canon camera, high-tech camera. You don't need one. This phone that I'm using right here is what I use to create all of my content. But I want to tell you a little secret. Don't film selfie mode. Now, that's going to throw a lot of you off because you like to see your face and you like to see what's happening. I'm going to encourage you to turn your phone around. If you have a phone that is 2020 or later, you probably have the 4K, and I want you to turn that around, and I'll tell you guys the comparison of filming this way versus turning your phone the other way. Quality makes all the difference. The quality is phenomenal. So just that simple tip right there. Lighting, go find yourself a good window. Get yourself a light up mirror. It doesn't have to be a ring light, right? And you're editing. I want you to really think when it comes to editing. Now, some of my favorites, I use CapCut and I use Splice. CapCut is free. I don't pay for that. Splice is also free, but there's a lot of limitations. I now pay the $7.99 or whatever it's worth it. Those are the 2 I use for editing. You want to have a lot of movement in your reels, in your content. You want to have a lot of different scenes and clips that keeps people engaged. So you're going to see in 2024, there's more push for quality videos. Why is that? Because so many people are now on the Reels bandwagon, right? They're on social media trying to grow. It gets competitive. It gets saturated. So then we got to get better. And 2024 is going to be about getting better and having those higher quality videos. Would y'all agree? Let me know if you agree with that one. So Splice, CapCut, put in the comments what you use as well. My number 3, prediction. Now hang with me on this one. This one is less of a prediction and more what I'm seeing a lot of and what I think we're going to be seeing more of. And this is content that is, have you ever seen the acronym POV, point of view content, not just in the way we film, but in our hooks. Have you all been seeing a lot of hooks out there that are like POV, point of view, or if you've been looking for a page or point of view, you've been looking for a page that teaches you latest trends and hooks without having to pay for ads, and you found my page, right? All those point of view contents are booming right now. Now, I don't know that this is going to carry all the way through 2024. Most of the time when a trend happens, so we have all the B-roll footage going on right now on Instagram and things like that, I think that's going to die down a little bit. But right now, what there's a lot of is the POV, the point of view. Even filming things, you've got Ray-Ban who introduced the cameras now on the glasses, right? Where people are filming from their point of view. You got people attaching cameras to their bikes and their surfboards and all the things, taking people on a journey from their perspective. So even the type of content is kind of moving in that direction. That's why a lot of people love to see people's day in and day out, like fixing their hair and making their breakfast and stirring their shake. That point of view is huge right now. And you're going to be seeing that. Now, do I think that's going to carry through all of 2024? Probably not. But it's huge right now. And so I highly recommend using that. So let me give an example. So maybe a hook on your reel. So for instance, my niche with teaching people would say, you're an entrepreneur who wants to stop guessing your content and learn how to grow on social media without posting every day, and you find my account, right? So connecting with people, finding your target audience. Okay. InShot is a good one, somebody said, by the way, for the editing. Number 4, this is a fun one. This is one of my favorites. And this has been starting in 2023, and I think it's going to carry over and grow even more in 2024. Collaborations. Not just like how we're collaborating for this group and how me and Christina and Fraser Brooks and Daniel and Colleen Peters and Haley all got together. That collaboration is continuing to grow. But I'm talking about the tangible collaboration feature that Instagram has offered. How many of you guys struggle with engagement? I'm going to be telling you guys a few things that are going to really help you, and this is one of them. If you struggle with engagement, I want you to really pay attention to this one. Collaborations are going to be your best friend. There is actually a feature on Instagram. You know how you tag people. So let's say you make a post or a live or a reel, and you go to tag people. You can actually tag, or you can invite them as collaborators. And you can invite up to 4 people, including yourself, as collaborators. And what happens is when you make this post and you have the other collaborators with this post, everybody's networks, everybody's audience sees it, and everybody's audience that comments all goes to this post that counts towards each person's page engagement. Y'all picking up what I'm throwing down? So 4 people collaborate on one post, and all their networks that are engaging are all helping their engagement on every individual page. Okay. Now, collaboration is amazing for so many things. Third-party validation, learning, coming up with more creative ideas, breaking up the monotony of your content on your page and offering your network more advice, more perspective. I don't ever think competition, you guys, just like we are on this page, right? We're all from different companies. It's a new day and age, you guys. It's not about competition. It is more collaboration than ever before. And I'm going to encourage you guys, if your engagement is down, to get with people in your same business, in other businesses, and collaborate and use that feature to pull engagement. So no, you don't have to invite them. I'm looking at questions over here, by the way. Lauren says, or Maria says, do you invite them prior to posting? You don't have to. You just make the post. You're going to designate one person. So let's say it's me, Maria, Lauren, and Stacy, okay? And we all come together and we make a carousel, or we all come together and make a post. Let's say I'm going to be the person that posts it. I'm going to invite the collaborators. I would let them know when you're going to post it so they can go accept it right away. And they're just going to accept it, and it's going to post on their page. And their people that comment and your people that comment, it's all going to the same post, but on individual pages. That's accounting for individual engagement. Okay. And then when you've got 3 people responding to one person, that's only going to boost your engagement more. So another good question really quick, I'll answer this question and we'll move on to number 5. Does it have to be on Instagram, or can we use Facebook? So Facebook is always a few steps behind Instagram. Y'all know this. Y'all have experienced this. They're always a little bit behind. So they don't have a feature like this rolled out. The only thing similar would be cross-posting. So you can approve different pages in your settings. So let's say I wanted to go live in this group, and I wanted to go live in my business page at the same time. You can do cross-posting, but the best way to do it is just going to be to live stream a Zoom. So maybe all 3 of you get on a Zoom and you live stream it. Now, you still have to share it to your pages. It's not the same. I'm hoping Facebook eventually offers a feature like Instagram where you can collaborate like that. But there's ways around it. There's ways to still collaborate on Facebook, but not to this degree where it's going to really boost the engagement, because it's not a shared post. It's every single person's post. So there's ways to do collaboration on Facebook, however, not that same feature. So number 5. And there's 2 parts to this, so I broke it into 2 different categories, number 5 and number 6. You are going to see the rise, and this is no surprise to anybody, you're going to see the rise of AI, and you're going to see the rise of DM automation. So we're covering 5 and 6, DM automations and AI. So AI is going to become a part of many content creators' workflow. It's going to become something that becomes seamless. If you are still stuck on just the idea of AI, I'm going to tell you, I heard this saying, and it was basically, AI is going to take over people's businesses. And they said, no, AI won't, but people who are using AI are going to be leaps and bounds ahead. So if you've not dabbled in this, I highly recommend it. Now, let me tell you some ways that I use AI, artificial intelligence. I use it to help with email campaigns, content ideas, things of that nature, where I just need just kind of the basic fundamental foundation. Like, I just need content ideas. I don't need it to write my content, which it can. I don't need it to create. I just need the idea sometimes. Y'all ever have those days you wake up, you're like, I don't know what to do, what to post. You know, I want to write an email campaign. I'm kind of stuck on maybe an intro for it, things like that. I love AI for those reasons. And you guys, AI is exploding everywhere. Have you noticed just in this year alone how we all went from ChatGPT, which was mind-blowing, to it's on Canva now? YouTube is introducing, the one on YouTube is going to be, what is it called? Dream Screen, where let's say you need a background for your YouTube video. You can literally type, I did this. I did this on Canva with their Magic Studio. I needed a video a couple months ago of a boat burning. If you were in that training of mine, burning your ships, you know what I'm talking about. I needed a video of a ship burning. So I literally typed in video of a ship in the ocean in flames burning. And with a minute, it created me my own video. And with YouTube and the Dream Screen, you're going to be able to create your own backgrounds, whatever you want. Canva already has this with their Magic Studio, but there's a lot of things you can do with AI that are going to excel your business. Now, yes, put in the comments. I love, Sheena says, what does everybody use for that? There's obviously the main bread and butter one that everybody started off with, ChatGPT, but let me tell y'all about something I've been using. Now, this is less about creating content. I use Canva, the Magic Studio, for a lot of that. This is specifically designed for network marketers, you guys. It is a site called Now Site, and I've linked everything in the description, by the way. Now Site is an AI tool that is going to help you as a network marketer be better able to communicate and have conversations with your network. How many of y'all feel like you either word vomit or you freeze when somebody asks you a question and knowing, how do I respond to them? What do I say? I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too little. Or maybe you get people responding like, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. And you're just like, okay, sounds good. And you don't know how to respond to them. Does anybody here struggle with that? I see a lot of me's. There is a site called Now Site. Okay. Again, I've linked it. You can go sign up. You can try out the free trial. And it has, and I was going to try to do this training on Zoom so I could live stream it and show y'all, but I'm going to be doing webinars this year and different trainings on my Instagram where I walk you through this, YouTube. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, FancyVance89. You can go check out my YouTube channel as well, Fancy Vance, because I'm going to be doing in-depth trainings. But for the sake of this, because I know I don't have much more time and we're only on point number 5, I got 5 more. I'm just going to kind of give you all the breakdown. But you can literally take somebody's comment on your post and you can copy paste it, and it will tell you an example of what you can go message that person based off of your post and what they commented. So those of you who are like, how do I start conversations that seem natural, that aren't weird? This system actually learns you. It learns your personality. You can select if you want it to sound friendlier, if you want it to sound more professional, if you want it to use more emojis, and it will be your little AI Fancy Vance robot or Trish robot or Veronica robot. And it will give you a reply. And I'll tell you guys, this is not just your robotic ChatGPT reply. I've been playing around with this for a while now. It is insane how much it learns me and learns how I respond to people. I even think that it talks in a little bit of a twang. Like when I read it, I'm like, okay, it's got my twang in there. Okay, I like this. It's using the y'alls. It's using things like that. But if you have somebody who responds to you in Messenger and you're like, I don't know how to follow up, or I don't know what to say next, you can literally take what they've said, you can plug it in, and it will give you a beautiful response. And if you don't like it, you can say, I want that friendlier, I want it more professional, or just tweak it yourself. You can even, there's a random post generator. If you don't know what to post about that day, after you've signed up and you've filled out all your information and it knows about your business and your brand and what you're doing and building, it will create posts for you. It's insane. So if you want to check that out, Now site. But all that to say, you're going to see the rise of AI more and more and more and more and more. This is a huge one. I don't even want to call this a prediction because it's very obvious, but you're going to be seeing a lot of that in 2024. So share in the live. What platforms do you use? But Now site, I'll tell you this. It is specifically designed for network marketers, nobody else. ChatGPT is kind of like it's for everybody, right? This was built by network marketers, top people in the industry, top level trainers, experts, AI experts, to form this platform that's specifically for network marketers. It can actually build you websites, email campaigns, all of that and more. So go check that out. But AI is definitely on the rise. You can use this ChatGPT to still generate topic ideas. I need 10 live videos on skincare infused makeup. Give me 10 videos speaking to specific pain points, and boom, in seconds, it's got 10 live video ideas for you that focus on a pain point. So there's lots of amazing ways to use this. Number 6, DM automation. How many of y'all use some kind of automation system? Now, you may say, I don't have enough engagement for automation system. I still want you to learn about this and tuck it away in your back pocket. And I will say this, my biggest regret in anything in business is not starting something sooner, not having something built and ready to go for when my business did grow or explode. So even if you've got 3 customers right now or a network of 300 people or 30 people, I still think this is a great thing to start and implement. And my DM automation service that I use is ManyChat. It is Meta verified. I think that's important. There's many third-party tools out there that are automations that are easily hacked and things like that. This one is Meta approved. It is safe. And you've got people like Jenna Kutcher, Brock Johnson using DM automations through ManyChat. I use ManyChat as well. Now, here's why ManyChat is so amazing. If you put a link in your stories, how many of you guys do that? You do a story, you're like, hey, I'm having a sale, and you put your link below. Do you know that link has a 1 to 2% click rate? 1 to 2%. But a link sent through DM automation through ManyChat has a 46% click rate. And based off of my experience, I would say even higher because you get to see the insights. And I would say the click rate is above 50% for me almost every single time of people clicking that link. So just the use of the DM automations and sending your link that way, you go from a 1 to 2% click rate to a 46 to 47% click rate, which is insane. And the way it works, again, I'm going to do more extensive trainings for y'all, so make sure you're following my platforms because I don't have the visuals for you guys today. But you basically say, okay, if somebody comments the word challenge on my post, it's going to send them the information to this challenge group, right? Without me having to lift a finger, they comment the word challenge and the details automatically get sent. You can have this through commenting in your stories, sending you a message with the word. You can even have it automatically reply to comments. So not only is this helping your click rate, but this is booming your engagement. And I'll tell you guys, since using ManyChat, my engagement has quadrupled. And I study insights, I study my data, probably more so than I should. I love looking at numbers. I'm very nerdy in that way. And ManyChat has increased. I also have a link for you in the description for ManyChat. And there's a code there that's going to get you 1 month free of the pro version. So you can check it out and see if it's something that you want to do. But ManyChat is amazing. So even if you're able to keep up with your engagement right now, just fine. Still think you should take a look at it and begin to implement it because it is game changing and you're going to have it already in place for the day where that engagement really starts to boom and you can't physically respond to each person. I look at DM automations as it just kind of gets the ball rolling. You still have to have that human connection. That's a whole nother training on connecting with people. You still have to have that human connection. But this at least gets that initial information out there so then I can go to my DMs, see who it was sent to, and then really begin to start those conversations. So DM automation, you're going to be seeing more and more and more of. Number 7, I'm excited about this one. More mixed content. So not just reels, you guys. 2023 was the year of reels and reels and reels and reels and reels. And reels aren't going anywhere. And they're actually going to only begin to increase. But now you're going to see more mixed content, more singular posts, carousels, live videos, all of it. And actually, Instagram platforms, they want that. They want more of the mixed content. Your network desires more of that mixed content. I would say number 1 right now is carousels. Carousels. You can go back and look at all your reels for 2023. And if you did 7 tips to building your glutes, put those 7 tips on 7 different slides and make it a carousel and post it that way. So you can go back and you can repurpose your content, but have it look completely different in a way that people won't even realize has already been done through carousels, because those are key right now. So mixed content is going to begin to increase. 8 and 9 are about 2 completely different platforms. So hang with me. And then number 10 is my absolute favorite. So we're almost there. But number 8, LinkedIn. How many of y'all are on LinkedIn? Anybody here on LinkedIn? I'm going to tell you guys and be honest, I was a latecomer to LinkedIn. I created LinkedIn back when I was in college. It was actually a homework. Like I got a grade for creating a LinkedIn account and never did anything with it. And then I finally figured out how to get back into that account, closed it down, and reopened a new one this year. But y'all know LinkedIn is going to be on the rise this year. It's going to be on the rise. And it's becoming more and more and more like Facebook, where it's still got that professional edge. It's still about finding the leads and the clients, but it's got a personal touch to it now, where more and more people are using it, where people are posting selfies and they're posting, inspirational stuff along with the business. Knowledge is still going to trump over there, sharing what you know, but LinkedIn is a great way to bring in new leads. So this is my way of just encouraging you to dust off that old LinkedIn account and just begin to repurpose some of your content over there, because it is not highly saturated in a way that people are using it predominantly. So those that can really tap into LinkedIn this year, I think are going to stand to see an increase in their leads, engagement, things like that. So that's just a little side note. The number 9 is YouTube Shorts. How many of you guys are on YouTube? I know this is where I'm starting to overwhelm people, because you're like, I gotta open a LinkedIn and a YouTube and all this. No, remember what I said at the beginning of this video. Tuck all this away in your back pocket and maybe start implementing 1 to 2 new ideas. You don't have to do all of these, okay? YouTube Shorts, though, are on the rise. So YouTube has always been our long form video, right? They do great at that. YouTube is still the greatest place to capture leads and to put content. I will stand by that. YouTube. And I'm not even saying that I'm all that adversed in it and an expert in it, but I do realize the potential. Even if you don't want to be a YouTube blogger and do these long edited videos, they have now introduced YouTube Shorts. And because YouTube was gradual in introducing this, which I think is actually smart, Instagram just jumped on it, which is it's got its pros and cons to both. YouTube has slowly integrated short form videos, and now because they're making it more of a priority and people are catching on, it's really going to explode in 2024. So again, taking what you're creating, repurposing your content. I use snapinsta.app. That's where I go to re-download my content without the watermarks. Upload it to YouTube Shorts. So many people are blowing up on YouTube Shorts right now. So just tuck that one away in your back pocket. Now, last one, and this is my favorite one and the one I'm most excited about and kind of nervous about, and I'm going to share why. Authenticity is going to trump polished content. Now, before you go, wait, you're contradicting yourself because you said quality. I'm saying you still need to have quality. You still need to have some good lighting, turn that camera around, have some good resolution. But authenticity is going to trump polished, pointing, dancing content. Now, the reason this makes me nervous is because I am a recovering perfectionist. Is there any other perfectionists out there? I'm a recovering perfectionist. I'm a working progress. I like things to look a certain way. I like things to be a certain way. I do love being authentic. I think that is actually a strength of mine. However, I like a good polished looking content. And in 2024, you're going to be seeing more of this. Showing up, sharing a tip, again, having the quality there, the lighting there, but you're going to be seeing more of that authentic content. Why? Why? You're going to see trends. You're going to see things that come and go. And here's why. Trending audio was trumped original audio this last year, right? Just recently you saw it kind of flip-flop. So many people jumped on the trending bandwagon and it was overdone. And then we lost that authenticity. We lost that connection. I'm guilty of this. I think we can all say to a degree we're guilty of this, of we're doing voiceovers of other people and people don't get to connect with us. And so it worked for a while and then people get tired of it, right? And so now people want to get back to real and raw. And I'll tell you guys this, when I look back in my 7 years of being in this industry, the time that my engagement was at an all-time high, I was connecting with people. You guys, I once sold $42,000 in a month personally. Was a time when I was not doing all the polished content. You know what I was doing? I was doing Bible studies online. I was doing a Bible study. I fought it. I remember when the Lord was put it on my heart to do a Bible study online. I was like, I ain't doing that. Well, I did it. And just that connecting with women. It was when I was also walking through a divorce and I was becoming a single mama and life was just real and raw. And I just shared life with people. And I'm not talking like every detail of my life, but I was vulnerable with people and I connected in a way that was beyond just like, hey, I have some really awesome products you should try. Like I actually connected with people over real life situations. And those people that followed me during that season of life are to this day my most loyal following customers. They just support me no matter what. Why? Because we made that connection. So when you're watching other people in your field, in your industry, and you go, I can't do what they do. I don't have that experience. I don't have that expertise. Y'all want to know what trumps all of that? Authenticity, connection. Do you know when people join, let's talk about recruiting for a second in this industry. People don't, despite what we think, people don't go and search top people in the company and go, oh, I'm going to join that top person because they're at the top or they know more or they have more to offer. What they do is they figure out who they're connected with, their friend. You can have somebody over here who offers the most amazing trainings but doesn't connect, or the person who connects but maybe doesn't offer as many trainings or is there to just check on you one-on-one. They will join the person that they are connected to over and over and over again. So I actually think this is a really amazing thing. I love that 2024 is moving into this more authentic content, less polished when it comes to how we speak and what we say and how we're presenting the information. Are y'all excited about this one? A little bit nervous? Any recovering perfectionists or existing perfectionists out there like me? I got to get over knowing exactly what I'm going to say and pointing and all my points. And I just got to show up authentically and just share. I'm excited about it, but I'm a little nervous about it. I'm just being completely transparent with you guys on that. Nervous, but ready to try, Lauren says. I love it. Brianna, number one, and so let me just go through these again. Number one, social media is going to become the number one SEO, search engine optimization. This is why you're seeing less hashtags and more keywords. Number two, quality is going to trump quantity. Number 3, you're going to see a lot of point of view content and hooks. 4, collaboration. The collaboration feature you're going to be seeing more and more of to help with engagement. Number 5, AI is on the rise. Number 6, your DM automations are on the rise. Number 7, you're going to see more mixed content, not just reels, a little bit of everything. Number 8, LinkedIn is on the rise. 9, YouTube Shorts on the rise. And number 10, authenticity will trump polished content. Now, I want to say this, and I'm just going to throw this out there. If anybody has not even jumped on the Reels bandwagon, and you don't even know where to start, I've also included that in the description. You can get my Not Real Advanced course for 75% off. It's usually $199, so you're basically going to be getting it for $50 from start to finish, 36 lessons on how to edit, transitions, hooks, CTAs, all of that. So you can go check that out. There's a code for that. But all these things I shared with you guys, you can either look at these as obstacles and go, oh, that's more to do. That's more to add on. Now I've got to change. I was using hashtags. Now I need to do keywords. I was doing this. Now I need to do this. I was doing trending audio. Now I need to do original audio. That's life. That's business. That's being an entrepreneur. We have to pivot every 3 to 5 years. You have to work on your brand. You have to pivot your brand sometimes. You have to pivot the way you're sharing information, right? Listen, I've been on a journey. So most people don't know this. I've really only been trying to grow on Instagram for about 2 years. About the first half of that first year, my biggest lesson was just, I don't have to know everything. I just need to know a little bit more than the person who knows nothing, right? I was teaching about CTAs, hooks, very basic things. Then this last year, I was like, okay, people need more. They want more value. So then I moved into teaching more of the story tips and reels tips. You didn't see that a year prior. You saw that now. Now I'm like, okay, people know that I have the knowledge and I can share the tips. And now I need to go back to like connecting. Like that needs to be my main priority always, and having more authentic content. So you can even see the evolution over the last 3 years just on my account alone. You have to pivot. Doesn't mean I'm changing gears and I'm going to be teaching about dogs now, or I'm going to be teaching about knitting. That's not what I'm talking about. You're still staying within that niche and what you offer. You're still sticking with that target audience, but you evolve in the way you give information. You evolve in how you connect. You evolve in what you can offer. And that's simply what this is. Are you willing to be innovative? Because innovation is not just a one-time thing. It's a continuous thing that we do as entrepreneurs, as network marketers. So these top 10 are things that we can put in our back pocket, pick 1 or 2 that you really want to focus on, and begin implementing them to get ahead of the game. Because we get stuck when we don't evolve with the times. And I know it's scary. I know you feel like you're spinning your wheels sometimes. But what's more frustrating than that is being stuck in the same patterns, strategies, methods that are no longer serving you, and then just playing victim and going, oh, it's just not working. It's just me. When in reality, it just took a little bit of effort to learn something new that would push you over into finding that success and to scaling your business. So take these. I hope you made good notes. I'm excited for you guys to hear from all the other trainers this week. I know Christine and Haley have some good stuff coming from you. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can follow me over on Instagram, FancyVance89. Check out YouTube, Fancy Vance. I'm going to be having more mini chat tutorials now, site tutorials. You can go to my website, fancyvance.com. There you will see the courses that I offer. The Reels course is one of those for you guys. That's 75% off to anybody in this group. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I love you guys. Go out, change the world, impact the world, be positive, share kindness. And most importantly, like I said, we ended on that authenticity. Be authentic. Show up as you. There's not another you in this world. The world doesn't need another you. But you have a purpose here. The Lord has equipped you. You're here. You have something to offer. Go figure out who those people are you're supposed to serve, and go serve them with everything in you in the most authentic way possible, and go be a light to others. I love you guys. Be blessed. Have a great day.